everybody, out here in the great outdoors. Oh, California. Now that we got some rain, everything's cool out here, I can get back to what I like to do in the great outdoors here in California. Oh, are you with me? Are you with me? I hope you're with me. Oh, I'm with me. Man, that's the pause that refreshes. I like seeing everybody coming in and coming into my live, because guess what? When we're live, oh man, we're alive. Alive and kicking. Come on, simple minds. Your minds ain't so simple, is it? I didn't think so. Yes, I will answer your questions. Come on. Ask me anything you want. These lives ain't going to happen that often because I'm about to head off the grid. So, man, you want a piece of me? Huh? I bet you do. I bet you want a big piece. A big meaty piece of Beau Nair. You say you can ask me questions, but that's pretty ridiculous and disgusting. People are going to be watching this video later saying, what was the question you didn't want to ask? I ain't going to read something that's so personal. Hey. That's funny. What does a gay horse eat? Hey. Gay horse eats whatever he wants. Maybe a big old horse penis. Speaking of big old horse penis, how's your dad? Oh, hey. That's my grandpa. I ain't your grandpa, but I did have my way with your granny. She had some mud flaps with the Yosemite Sam tattooed on them. And it's like they peeled them off an 18-wheeler. But I made my best with the situation, jumped in the middle of that ham sandwich. That is your granny's lovely labes. That's right, I'm puffing the old Duberoony, the Dubois, the Dubenstein, what you want to call it, man. Doobie, that's what I do. I don't do the vapes and the wax and the dabs and all that kind of stuff. I'm an old school doobie doer. Doobie or not doobie, always doobie. That is not the question. I am the question. The answer, of course, is you. Oh, come on, man. Let it all come on down. Nice to see you, too. Waving at everybody. You know, some people come in and they just watch, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. You just come in, you won't see some stuff going down. Whew, let's watch Beau Nair doing his thing. And I'm here to be watched, but I also like to interact. Like to hear where you're at, what you're up to, what you're doing, who you're doing, how you're doing. How you're doing, who you're doing, where you're doing it. You need your hat back. What about your underpants? Oh, man. I don't think you really need them back, but let's see what happens. This is my hat, in any case. I have a limited collection of cowboy hats, but if somebody wants to sponsor old Beau Nair, and oh, Beau Nair, baby, you got that right. My Irish princess, my diamond in the rough. I'll be kissing your Blarney Stone if you dangle it in front of my face. Man. Nice to see you, too. My favorite color, well, I'm wearing this blue here. I kind of like blue, and I'm wearing black here. Speaking of black and blue, how's your mother's pudenda? After that pounding the other night, had to take her in the old massage garage. How about that? Oh, it's so nice to see you, too. I love when people drop in. Where are you from? You from the Pacific Northwest? The Southeast? Asia? Who? The Steely Dan song or the group? Oh, that's shamrocks you're puffing. Actually, it's a leprechaun cock. Leprechaun, we call it. Somewhere over the rainbow. I don't know what kind of weed they have in Ireland. Do they got weed in Ireland? Should be nice and green and tasty. Some nice Irish Spring weed. Just people come whistling down the path for some Irish Spring. I'm having an Irish summer in the winter. Man, can you see the mountains out there? Can you see that? It's a little hazy over there, but at least it ain't fire smoke. It's just my doobie. I smoked out the whole valley over there. There's a peak way across there. You can't see it. This screen's never going to show it right, but there's a peak way across there. Got some snow on it. I like being high enough here to see the snow over there. And even when I'm low, I'm high enough, if you know what I mean. No, not that kind of snow. Leprechauns, man. They're the Menahune of Ireland. Also, remember Dobby the house elf in Harry Potter? Harry Potter. Well, I think he was kind of like a little bigger than a leprechaun, maybe. Maybe they're a little smaller. If a leprechaun's too small, he could accidentally trip and fall up your butt. That's a lucky charm right there. Leprechauns on Uranus, coming soon. You want to see my what? Damn, man. All right. There it is right there. You like that? Come on and touch my body, Samantha Fox. Let's go. You get that reference? You're a child of the 80s. How about that? You also might want to get your prostate checked. And if you don't have a prostate, maybe have somebody else bend over and check their prostate for you. Not in an official capacity, just to poke it and see if it works. Oh, man! You ever get the prostate poked when you're about to orgasm? You just might swallow your tongue doing that. Or swallow something else, I don't know. You roll your own joints. Actually, that's a great question. I usually do, and when I do, there's a little filter on the end, but this was rolled by my neighbor, and she's cool as fuck. She also rolls her own tampons. I don't know if any of you ladies are rugged enough to do that, but if you roll your own tampons, you probably also kickstart your vibrator, don't you? Get on that thing. 19 D-cell batteries later, and you've wet the couch. Maybe the carpet, too. Oh, you're a child of the 80s. Were you in the 80s in Ireland, or were you here? Is Irish just part of your name, or are you full-blooded, right? Harry Pothead. Oh, yes, I am. You want a little snipe of this? Come on. Professor McGillicuddy, you make me laugh. Hold on. You puff too much too long. You got to give yourself a little air break. A little break in the air. Yeah, man. I like being out here. Full-blooded Patty living in Wales. Man, that's really cool. That's awesome. There's a car coming down here. I don't know who they are, but they're going somewhere. And we're going to figure it out where they're going. I don't personally know. I'm just kind of doing my thing over here. I didn't expect somebody to come up all the way over here, but they got someplace to go. Imagine that. I like to come to quiet areas where there's not too many people, right? There's just like a end of the road. I'm at the end of the road, y'all. So what's it like living in Wales? You live out there, I live out here, man. I'm in the freaking wilderness. I put the wild in wilderness. Or the wilder in wilderness. I don't know what. But yeah, I live over that way. See them green hills and stuff like that? It's cool. Living around people just wasn't for me. If at some point I wind up disappearing out here, had a good run with y'all, you'll understand. I love people. I'm a people lover. I really am. Not just physically in the biblical sense like I did with your mom and your granny in the holy trio. Oh, man. But in the sense, I like people. But George Carlin had it right. I like people one at a time, but in groups, they can suck the chuck. That's unfortunate. Wetter than an otter's pocket. I like that. You live in a nice mountain area, too. Isn't that cool? Man, I spent time in the flatlands. I've been across Nebraska. I lived in Florida. I've done the do. I'll take the mountains any day. I like the ruggedness and the humps and the bumps and the lumps. Kind of like myself, I know. And I got somebody in with the name 420. Waving at you, buddy. Hot damn. Hear how quiet that is? Listen. It's like one bird in the distance. That's the kind of place that I think all of you need to go find a place like that. A place away from the noise and the lights, the people, everybody. You just be alone with yourself. Start furiously masturbating. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Hey, what? All right, man. Take it on the run, Wales. Where that wife? I don't have a wife, man. No wife, happy life. I don't know if you ever heard about that. Yeah, that's the old saying, right? Happy wife, happy life. No wife, happy life. Why not? I'm in the mountains with some weed. I'm going to take my boogie board, go down and catch some waves. I make my own dinner, thank you. I do my own laundry. I ain't expecting some maid who puts out, as some people look at wives to be. You don't need somebody in that capacity. If you're a king, you need a queen. And only a queen. Got any queens out there? Oh, Johnny from Brooklyn. Not the kind of queen I was talking about, but good on you, man. You do you. Ain't my fucking business if you're gay. Don't bother my life in one bit. Ain't my fucking business if you're gay. Or whatever you are. It's your life, live it. Mind your own fucking business. My sexual dalliances, I keep to myself, man. I need to tell you who, what, where, when, why. You could read that in the National Enquirer or something. I'd be like, is that true? Be like, yeah, man. Loretta Swit, Carol Burnett, and Toady Fields. That's like a 5-leg sandwich, man. And if you get that, you know how deep I'm going. I'm going deep all the way. I was playing a deck of cards, and there was a one-eyed jack, and I was like, man, it looks suspiciously like Sandy Duncan. I was like, that can't be. Peter Pan, not in my cards. It's not in the cards, man. I mean, maybe it is in the cards. I don't know. This dude was pretty good. If I start getting a little nutty, you're going to understand why. But I'm already nutty. Thank you very much. Well, considering you are potentially tasting my nuts, good on you. Good on you, good in you. Like a lasagna. We're going to stack it up and rock on out. No, I couldn't do this on the TikTok. I jumped off the TikTok. I was like, what am I even doing over there? There's some people over there, but you're my people here. You are. I feel like you find your community, and my community's here on the gram, on the Instagram. Hey man, nothing's perfect, but I can sit here and smoke my doobie in the mountains and talk to you. You're like, hey man, check it out behind me. Have a good time. Don't you like to have a good time? I know I do. Well, yeah, I could hang for a little while longer. I have people out there who are puffing their doobie too. That's cool. It's like we're hanging together, except you don't get to get that wet mouth and pass it back to me. I'm all like, what, we just kissing? Listen, keep it dry on the doobie tip. If your lips are abnormally wet for any reason, maybe put them on your shirt or a little napkin before you take a doobie that's been passed to you. You want to pass a saliva-drenched doobie. It might not even light anymore. Be like, damn, I can't get this thing lit. Covered in saliva. Your mother's covered in saliva, and she's pretty lit in a different way. Oh, well, there goes the doobie. Do you remember that episode of What's Happening, where the Doobie Brothers played and Rerun was had a tape recorder, and they dropped it in the concert, and fell on the floor, and they all busted in bootlegging the concert, and he delivered that famous line, which doobie you be? Do you remember that? Go get your prostate checked. Very important thing to do. You don't want colon cancer or prostate cancer or anything like that. Just get your whole ass scoped, really. Scope it out. No, I ain't scoping out your ass. That's not my job. My job is to remind you to take care of yourself so we can hang out, be around. No, that's not my job. Dude says my job is to slowly disrobe while he masturbates to my visage. I don't think that's appropriate behavior without sending me some dope. You get all the eyeful that you want right here And that's about it. I'm doing the OnlyFans. OnlyFans, you're my fans. You're my friends. You're my pals. Appreciate you being here. I do. I will not tell you the worst joke I ever told. And I got stories I could tell you. A million stories I could tell you. You want one story? A good story? Did I ever tell you about the time my friend Bubba ejaculated holding a baby? We'll save that one for later. A lot of things happen in the South. Crazy things. It wasn't what you think. So, what else is going on out there? I see. A lot of crap. All right. There's some good times too. All right. You take the good. You take the bad. And as you know, and you have the facts of life. I think if given the chance, Joe would have gone to town on Blair. I just think that if it was different times, that would have been. I mean, see him kissing on Goosebumps, man. What are they doing to me? Giving me goosebumps. One big bumpy goose, cutting loose in my trousers. At least it ain't no mouse. Well, yes, I am. No, I'm going to save that for later. I don't need to just continuously smoke weed. I mean, I do, but I don't need to. I just enjoy the deep sensation of doing that once in a while, every time my whiles meet whiles. Words of wisdom to live by. Well, I'm going to tell you something that's going to come as a surprise. You need to accept yourself 100% in order to deal with yourself and better yourself. And you don't accept yourself because you don't love yourself. You don't love yourself because you grew up believing that you weren't worthy of being loved. But I love you. I do. You know how much I love you. So at least somebody loves you. Now you just got to love yourself. You got to love yourself hard. Everything that's happened, all the scars, you got to take them. You have to crumple them into a little tiny ball. And you need to let it all go. You need to let go of the string, let the balloon go, and watch it disappear up into the sky. These are words of wisdom for you. You asked, I'm delivering. And once you accept yourself and accept that you can't go back, you can only roll forward, then you got to make this day as if it were the last day you could live. What would you do? How would you go? You're like, well, it was the very last day? Yeah, the last day. I just lay about masturbating until it all ended. No, you wouldn't do that. But I see your point. Point being like, not live by, like it's the last day of the rest of your life. Live like it's the first day of the rest of your life. Do it. And change everything. Make a decision to just change random shit. Shave your head. Trim your pubes. Flagellate yourself in a frenzy. I don't know, whatever you want to do or need to do to change your life, to align with the things that will serve you and sever yourself from the things that won't. You got to do it, man. Do it fluid. Talking deep. Deep funk in your junk. You got to have some fun, too. Remember, the first 3 letters of funk are fun. Don't forget that. When you go out there, have yourself a funky day. I mean, just be funky. Like a monkey. Not a junkie. All right. Does that serve your purpose? Is that some words that you could live with? That you could marinate on it? You could chew around in your mouth? Think you could do that? Well, later on, when this is up as a video, why don't you go back and re-listen to what I just said? I'm serious. Take it to heart. And remember, you're loved. Unconditionally. Yeah, even if you're an asshole. I don't want to be around you. I'd like to see your bullshit end and You stop inflicting your inner pain on other people. But I'm still gonna love you. Peace. Namaste. Namaste right here out in the mountains. Serious, one day I might just peace out. Just be like, people, you know, it's been cool, but I need to take some time in my life. Sometimes you need to take the time. Grab yourself in a big old bear hug. Rededicate yourself to some things. Maybe you let some things go. Maybe you thought, there ain't no time left, there's nothing. Well, why even try? Why not? That's my question for you. Why not? Why not? Swang dangle my ding dang ding dong out here in these mountains. I ain't wearing no pants, no I'm not. Okay, I'm wearing pants. I got my belt buckle on there. Some of you say some funny things. I think it's about time that I finally acknowledge Mr. Shaquille O'Neal. Thank you for your continued support. Unbeknownst even to you. Oh, man. I'm lactating love at you. dripping with it like a syrup. I think I should probably head on down the road. Maybe find a place where I can make a poopy. Okay. I love hanging with y'all and being with you. And I see you on the video tip here and there. Maybe everywhere, maybe nowhere. I'm a nowhere man. With a nowhere plan. Actually, I got a plan. I'm on it. I'm going to jam on that nucleus and shine these chops up there in the sun. There you go. Well, y'all, I'm going to walk on down the road, and I'm going to see you on the flippy dippy. That's like what we like to say, the flippy dippy side. Be well.